does CIS equal Israel's deep state or just old farts? It's sort of something in the middle. So okay, so first of all, what is the CS before we get into other news? What is the CIS letter? So the Commanders for Israel's Security is a group of security officials from the past that come from Israel's security establishment. So I'll go to their website. Let's see how they define themselves first. About us. Okay, so I'm on their website. Commanders for Israel's Security is a movement of over 550 retired IDF colonels and generals, as well as Mossad, Shin Bet, police, NSC, and diplomatic corps equivalents. And our mission, in fact, CIS prides itself on the fact that our members are all volunteers who seek no reward beyond the knowledge that they place their experience and expertise at the service of securing our country's future for the coming generations. Our members are committed to securing Israel's future as the strong democratic home of the Jewish people. And this is the key. CIS views separation from the Palestinians, leading to an eventual two-state solution, as a most essential condition for a secure future, and is convinced that the continued slide towards a one-state reality jeopardizes that vision and must be reversed. So, buried under all that is essentially this is a group of people who really think that the two-state solution is a necessary condition for the security of Israel. And as such, it's essentially a political organization of former security officials. The reason so many security officials have a very strong political opinion could be one of two things. One, anyone who's an expert on Palestinian issues eventually ends up coming to the conclusion that the two-state solution is the right one. That's what I used to think. That's the way I used to say, well, all these security experts hold the same opinion. And then I learned a little bit about how bias works, expertise, funneling works, meaning how the self-selection within these organizations works. And so it's not necessarily that if you're an expert, you must believe in a two-state solution, but instead, as a precondition to becoming an expert, like a high-level official, you must believe in the two-state solution. And that's true for many points of expertise with regards to like in general in academia as well. You have very siloed departments, and it also varies by university. So for example, the psychology department in Hebrew University is very anti-Freudian, and the department in Tel Aviv University is very Freudian. And that just shows you, even if in something that isn't political, but just in terms of like the expertise and the strand among or within a debate, that these things are more political than anything else. It's not that living in Tel Aviv would make you more likely to think that Freud is correct. It's that these departments and their dynamics, the dynamic systems that underline them, are self-selecting in such a way that make it so so you have all the experts agreeing with each other, not because that's the expert position, but because in order to be considered to get the certificate of being an expert, you must hold that position. You must pre-hold that position. That doesn't mean it's wrong, by the way. It just means that, unfortunately, when you have our frameworks for expertise, or our institutions that decide expertise, are not doing so reliably. They're doing so in a biased way. It could be the case that it happens to be the right position. It's just that unfortunately, it used to be. It's generally considered good to think that, okay, if most of the experts in a field hold similar positions, that probably means those positions are true. Unfortunately, there are inherent biases within those institutions that make it so you can't trust that. That doesn't make it false. It just makes it not as not as reliable as otherwise it should be. So, going back to your question, and giving background to the people watching, the CIS letter to Trump is a group of this organization that's pro two-state solution sent a letter to Trump before Netanyahu came, saying we, a bunch of experts in security from Israel, are saying that the West Bank violence is destructive. It's more destructive than a bunch of other stuff. I don't remember the exact phrasing, and it was also sensationalized. Like, people misquoted it. I think it's just irresponsible to do. I understand, okay, you have a strong position that Israel must leave the West Bank and have a two-state solution as a prerequisite for Israel's security. But sending a letter right before Netanyahu is coming to talk about Iran, it's not even talking about the West Bank. Like, the topic isn't the West Bank. It just, all it can do is derail the conversation.